We begin today's show with a message of love for the Muslim Brotherhood.
I will strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger those who attempt to poison and destroy my brothers. And you will know my name is the Lord when I lay my vengeance upon thee.
Oh, can you feel the love?
From Hollywood. Welcome to the Rat's Ass Podcast with Mojo Elliott.
So much love in the room. Here we go again. I know I'm going to say something that'll probably tick you off today, but you know what? You're going to love it and want some more of it.
Who gives a rat's ass?
From the Mojo Studio on Sunset and Vine, where if you do the crime, you don't have to do the time. It's California, baby. All right, who's all jacked up to go on another frosty, action-packed adventure?
Let's do it.
Here's what's on tap on the Wrap. The Democrats are attempting to pull another Fugazi on you. The DSA proves again that they are the dipshits of America. I'll tell you why you should probably just ignore the government in the first place. And human rights? Who really decides what's right or wrong? Also beware of the He-Man Woman Haters Club. Another round of Fed trauma is on the way. Total Recall is coming up, plus our usual lunacy and loose behavior, including What Say You and Mojo's Fucking Funny. That's what's happening today on the Rat's Ass Podcast for Thursday, August 20th. Thank you so much for showing up. Hey, so far the feedback I've received on Axe Radio, our YouTube channel, has been fairly positive. I know not everybody's happy. I know the commercials get in the way, but if you subscribe to YouTube, you don't have to worry about those ads. You don't have to do it. I know we still have a lot of work to do, too, and as I said when we started this project, it's going to take us till the end of the year to probably fully populate all the audio and video content we want, but it's all about creating a dynamic experience for you when you go. At least when you watch it grow, you're going to see something new every time you check it out. We just ask that you please bear with us while we're under construction. You have about 41 days left to join Rat Nation to be eligible to play the Mischief Pyramid that starts in October. I mean, if you don't do it, you're going to be on the outside looking in, kicking yourself in the tuchus because you didn't do it. More details are coming soon at ratsasspodcast.com. And our 2-year anniversary is coming up on August 29th, 9 days from today, which is next Wednesday. But that's not a show day for us. We're Monday and Thursday. So we're going to celebrate on Thursday, August 30th, but I do want you to bring a bottle of booze because we're going to get hammered.
Yeah, baby.
It's going to be frat day at the Rat's Ass Podcast. All right, let's get into the wrap here. It appears the Democrats are digging in against data centers now. Here's the playbook. They're going to piss and moan about the dangers of data centers to get everybody scared and revved up emotionally. They're going to jack up your electric rates. No, you already did that with the Green New Deal. Now you're looking for a place to pass the buck because that's what you do. They'll scream they want safeguards to protect the American people. No. All they want is the piece of the frickin' pie. It has nothing to do with the American people. You're their stooges to get what they want. I mean, have you ever wondered why Democrats are always the obstructionists? The turd in the punch bowl, the fart in the elevator, the fat ass at the all-you-can-eat buffet. There's a reason for all of this. It's always about more for them and less for you. I'd overheard this one DSA supporter say, no one has a constitutional right to earn double-digit returns on their investments. Well, first of all, I thought these douchebags wanted to blow up the Constitution. Is that off the table now? So let me ask, where does it say anything in the Constitution about return on investment? It doesn't. You see, these are some stupid people, and I'm being kind by using the word stupid. The utopia they have in mind reminds me of the 60s communes people like Charles Manson dreamed of creating. So congratulations, moms and dads. This is your ROI on your college tuition. I mean, I can't believe 4 years of college and these numbskulls have no idea what the Rule of 72 is. Do you? Here, let me take a liberty and explain it to you then. It says if you take whatever interest rate you're making on your money, you divide it into 72, and it'll tell you how many years it'll take to double your money. The DSA think a 3% return is acceptable for taking a risk. At 3%, your money doubles every 24 years. At 12%, it doubles every 6. So you decide what's better, 12% or 3%. What's better, capitalism or socialism? Capitalism is 12%, and your money doubles every 6 years. Socialism is your money doubles every 24. Just think about it. Kick it around. Talk amongst yourselves. We hear a lot of talk about big government versus small government. And over the years, we've gone back and forth between Democrats being in favor of big government because they know best versus Republicans who say smaller government's best because it lets you decide what you want to do with your money. Now, if I may, let me part with some mojo wisdom here. You've heard me say before that I grew up a very poor kid. I'm talking about holes in the shoes, one pair of pants, two shirts to rotate around. Now, I'm a fairly well-off older man who's been in California for over 40 years. I come and go as I please. I go where I want to go when I want to go. I've earned it. I've earned it. That's why I can. I was raised in a steel town where we were taught nothing is ever given and everything is earned. Everything is earned. And I thought about this the other day. I said, if I spent the amount of time people of all ages today worry about the government, I'd still be dirt poor. I think what you have to understand about governments, Democrats or Republicans, is they are takers. They take. And when they do give back, it's always breadcrumbs. You got to get a meaningful education, roll up your sleeves, and go to work. Unless you were born into wealth, hard work is the only way out, or you're going to struggle and die. The government is noise and a distraction to you. They want you poor and needy. The way you win is to get greedy, folks, or you're going to struggle and die. It's that simple. Now, I have a question for Christians and Muslims alike. What gives you the right to push your religious beliefs on others? Where do you get that ego? Where does that come from? You come to my house and offer to pray with me. Leave information on my doorknob. If you want to practice whatever gets you through the night in private, be my guest. Knock yourselves out. It's your right to do that. But don't come to my door telling me how to live my life, that you have a better way when you don't even know me. How do you know that my way isn't working for me? I think if you realize the world would be a better place if you all practiced your beliefs within your own circle and stop worrying about making everybody think and do things as you do, you might be a lot happier here in this world. How about giving us some respect, those of us who don't share your damn beliefs? Do you like me telling you to piss off? Do you like when I slam the door in your face? I bet you don't. But now you know how the rest of us feel. We want you to just kind of keep it to yourself.
Holy shit! Where's the Tylenol?
Mojo,
Yes, God.
I want you to know that I agree with you 100%, and I'm proud of you, my son.
Wow. High praise from the Lord above. Well, thank you, God. God? Well, I guess he's too busy to have a conversation. Still, thanks for the high praise. From Jesus. Came across a couple of old guys spewing hate towards women on social media yesterday who clearly got burned by the opposite sex. And I'm not going to sit here and defend women because you are a challenge. You are a challenge. But I want to caution the men who watch these guys giving advice based on their relationship experience with women. It's been my experience men typically get out of a relationship what they put into it. When I've talked to my friends who ended up divorced, I'd say the common thread for their splits was because they took their marriages for granted and stopped putting in the effort. There's also this illusion out there that a marriage needs to be a 24/7 fuckfest or it's not working, and that's not true either. Okay, that's somebody trying to sell you some bullshit. As someone who's been married for most of my life to the same woman, it takes effort, mutual respect, commonality, and realizing you don't have to be joined at the hip for it to work. It's not all sunshine and rainbows either. It's not all cake and ice cream. It's all far from it. No, one guy said, you never really truly own a woman. Yeah, that statement right there told me the guy's a whack job. Nobody owns anybody. She's not your possession. She is your partner, not your slave or your mother. This other guy said, women are always looking to trade up as soon as they feel secure with the man they're with. I'm sure this happens a lot. But I would ask those guys if they treated their ladies as a equal or as a personal assistant. I'll tell you this, gentlemen, I don't expect my wife to do a damn thing for me. Nothing. She does it because she chooses to, and vice versa, by the way. I do think every relationship is different, and you can't compare yours with someone else's. I mean, these guys' experiences it doesn't mean that you're going to have the same experience they will. So if you run across these knuckleheads and the He-Man Woman Haters Club, I would scroll past them. Or they're going to try to plant seeds based on their experiences that'll cause you to start acting in a way that'll cost you your relationship. And I think these guys take pleasure in doing this, by the way. Misery loves company kind of thing. So base your relationship on your direct experience only, not somebody else's.
Mojo, that's some damn good advice. Give yourself a gold star.
Wow. A gold star from Alexa. High praise from the Lord above. I'm on a roll today. I should probably stop right here. But you know what? I won't. One of the questions I always get from my out-of-state friends is, how in the hell can you stay in that place? How can you live in California the way it is? Well, I found Riley Gaines, a Tennessee girl, on InstaBitch talking about her visit to California, and she kind of sums it up quite nicely on What Say You?
I'm going to say it, and there's probably a lot of conservatives who agree with me. We want it back. We want California back. I know we dunk on it all the time, and it's really easy to, thanks to, like, Gavin Newsom, right? High crime, homelessness, drugs, prices, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But come on. I'm sitting here, drinking my coffee, walking along the beach. You probably can't even hear me from the sound of the waves crashing in. You've got the ocean here, mountains here. Where else in the United States can you go and see something this beautiful and this peaceful? It's one of the most geographically diverse and beautiful places on the entire planet, and the liberals have destroyed it. We want it back. We hear all the time from people in red states, like my home state of Tennessee, asking families in California, why don't you just move? How can you even stay there? I get it. I understand. Don't get me wrong, I love Tennessee. I'm very proud to be from there, but you don't have anything like this there.
You know what else we have that you don't? No humidity.
It's been a good day so far, no dick jokes. Here's Mojo Elliott with his spin on sports on the Wrap.
It's still early. Still early, Alexa. Week 2 of the NFL preseason is upon us. We've got 2 games tonight, and I get my first look at my Raiders versus Houston and Nando Mendoza. There are 3 games on Friday, 10 on Saturday, and 1 on Sunday. NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell said this week that the NFL will eventually expand and have teams in other countries. We know we've had games in England, Germany, and Mexico for the last few years. They've featured games there in the past. I don't think we've done anything in Canada, have we? I mean, they have their own Canadian football there. But so if the NFL adds 2 teams in the near future, where does it make sense? Do you like the idea, or are you against it? I'd love to hear your feedback on this at ratsasspodcast@gmail.com. I think it's a bunch of hooey, personally, though. This is America's game. It's the National Football League. I mean, what are you going to do? Change it to the WFL, the World Football League? It's not the world's game. Let's keep it here in the 50 states. Screw everybody else. Let them get their own leagues, like Canada. My fantasy football preview is posted on the Rat's Ass Podcast blog. It'll remain up till the end of this month. So before you have your fantasy football drafts, check it out at ratsasspodcast.com. And that is my spin on sports on the Wrap.
Rat's Ass Podcast. Head trauma.
Right, the name of the game today is Total Recall. This is where I give you 4 historical events, and you have to put them in the order they happen, first to last. All right, here we go. The movie Ace Ventura: Pet Detective is released in theaters. AC/DC releases the album Fly on the Wall. Bill Clinton denies having sexual relations with Monica Lewinsky. And CNN debuts as a 24-hour news network. Okay, one more time. The movie Ace Ventura: Pet Detective is released in theaters. AC/DC releases the album Fly on the Wall. Bill Clinton denies having sexual relations with Monica Lewinsky, and CNN debuts as a 24-hour news network. All right, go put your underwear on backwards and figure it out. I'll have the answer coming up.
It's time for some loose behavior on the Rat's Ass Podcast.
Yeah, it's time to lighten up just a little bit. I have been a little frosty today, haven't I? All right, it's Mojo's fucking funny time. Here's the one and only, God rest his beautiful soul, the fat-sational Ralphie May.
I love being a daddy. It was tough for me because my second choice after April, June, May was C Block for the name for my baby, because she's the biggest sex stopper I've ever endured, ever. My wife is beautiful, hot little Jew broad, who before the pregnancy would love to catch a stabbing. I mean, twice a day. Loved getting her legs put up. It was awesome. And, once in the morning out of respect for the sun, and then Once in the evening, so everybody can sleep nice, all right? What do you want? As soon as that other line showed up on the test, she shut the monkey down. I mean, shut it down. Nothing ever. Okay, and she got mad too. I mean, mad. Like all the time, angry, like, you did this to me, you son of a bitch, you fat bastard, you did this to me, you made me fat, my mom was right, fat is contagious.
Hey, heads up. Here comes your celebrity cheese.
Oh, God, I miss Ralphie. I think there's a documentary on his life coming, too, real soon, this fall. You know what? There is so much mud being thrown at Hayden Panettiere after her passing. A report out today claims while staying at a hotel in Nashville 3 months ago, she was getting whippets and booze delivered to her room. One insider said Hayden was trying to whip it, and whip it good.
That's just about enough of that.
All right, fans of Taylor Swift and Travis Swift are trying to figure out what the meaning is behind their uniquely designed wedding rings. Well, I'll tell you what they mean. The Swifts made a promise to only bang each other for the rest of their lives. That's what all wedding rings mean. Madonna celebrated her 68th birthday in Greece with a lavish party surrounded by her kids, friends, and of course, her 30-year-old boy toy, Akeem Morris, who I'm convinced she pays to curdle her cream and hit the Twizza. All right, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle announced they are moving back to the UK after moving to the USA only 6 years ago. Now, between you and me, I'll bet my third nut this is Meghan's way of dropping Harry off in the UK so she can ditch his balding head and move back to America. I mean, you know she's had enough of the royal pud.
Immature. The man's immature, you know?
And that's a gritty slice of celebrity cheese for you.
Who gives a rat's ass?
Rat's Ass Podcast. Email from our Gmail.
All right, this is where you can send your questions, comments, and observations to my producer, Fleabag, at ratsasspodcast@gmail.com, and anything goes. The more outrageous and salacious, the better, and it's also impossible to offend me. All right, Waymond A. from Dover, Delaware said, since I don't subscribe to YouTube, I took your Axe Radio playlist and put it in my Apple Music, and it really sounds solid. I had to take a road trip to Boston and listened all the way here and loved it. Well, thank you, Waymond. I appreciate it. How far is it from Dover to Boston? About 300 miles. It's a hell of a trip. Yeah, there's 10 hours up there right now. So, yeah, wow. But I love hearing it. Thank you so much. And I did the same thing as you did, too. I put it in my Apple Music to listen to it in my car. And if you haven't done this yet, set your playlist to Auto Mix. It really does sound like you're listening to a radio station without all the noise in between. Heather K., Norristown, Pennsylvania, says, I'm curious, are you dealing with the flock cameras in California? No, not yet in my area. Voters put the kibosh on the idea, but I'm sure it'll end up in some legislation coming soon where they hide it, so we end up passing it without knowing it. I mean, governments are always looking for ways to get into our wallets, and this is another way. So we haven't heard the last of the issue at all, Heather. But I say flock them. We don't need Big Brother that far up our behinds. Darren H., Birmingham, Alabama, said, if you saw the Christian March in Dearborn, Michigan this week, I got to get my glasses checked here. What's your opinion? Well, I think it was a preview of things to come in every city where the Muslims are attempting to take over. You know, our government invited this bullshit here. And I'm convinced they're not coming to our defense. I think if you want to keep Sharia law out of the United States, Americans are going to have to rise up and show them who's boss. But our government will most likely back the Muslims because they haven't proven otherwise yet. The Democrats and Republicans haven't attempted to do shit about it. And I think this needs to be repeated for our enemies' benefit.
I will strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger those who attempt to poison and destroy my brothers. And you will know my name is the Lord when I lay my vengeance upon thee.
That's how we show the love in America to the Muslim Brotherhood. Lionel C., Shreveport, Louisiana, said, my brother's girlfriend keeps dropping hints that she'd like to get with me, and it's getting harder and harder to resist. How do I get her to stop it? Well, it's real simple. You tell her you're waiting for the right guy to come along.
What the hell kind of joke is that?
A gay one. All right, Kelly G., Gary, Indiana. I've been with my boyfriend since high school. We graduated from college together 2 years ago, and he hasn't asked me to marry him yet. How long should I wait before I move on? Because, as they say, my clock is tick, 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 ticking away. Well, I'm guessing you're probably what? I'm going to say 24, Kelly? Is that about right? High school, 18, 4 years of college, too, about 24. I'd give him another year so he feels comfortable in his career choice. But you can always start dropping hints to see how he reacts. And there's another option, too. I mean, it's 2026. You can always get down on one knee and give him a ring and propose, right? I mean, you Gen Z ladies, don't you want to be men? Grow some balls. Pop the question. What are you, old-fashioned?
Rat's Ass Podcast. Head trauma.
All right, we're playing Total Recall today, and I gave you 4 historical facts to put in order. Did you figure it out? Let's review first. The movie Ace Ventura: Pet Detective is released in theaters. AC/DC releases the album Fly on the Wall. Bill Clinton denies having sexual relations with Monica Lewinsky, and CNN makes its debut as a 24-hour news network. All right, did you figure out the order? If you said CNN, AC/DC, Ace Ventura, and Bill Clinton, congratulations, you got it right. But if you missed it, go see a doctor about your head trauma and get well soon. So I'm going to reel this in right now. I have been trying real hard to land an interview with a Moyle, but everyone I've called so far keeps cutting me off. But I'm going to continue to work on it, though. First, though, here is a real or riffraff. Did you know when you die, if you have a house cat, they will try to eat you? Alexa, is this real or is it riffraff?
Oh, you bet your sweet derriere they will.
Okay, what do they eat first?
If you die alone and they're trapped and hungry, they'll start with your eyeballs and proceed from there.
Oh my God, that's sick. That's sick. So at what point do they go for the genitalia?
Why does it matter you're dead?
Good point.
Do you want to know what happens after they eat your genitalia?
No, why does it matter? I'm dead. There's your muzzle, Alexa.
Get the fuck out!
Bye-bye. I've got a few shout-outs to Rat Nation to deal with here. Todd Murphy of Paris, Pennsylvania. Brandy Glover in Memphis, Tennessee. Darius Washington in Ann Arbor, Michigan. Kirk Cease in Provo, Utah. And Danny Martinez in Oxnard, California, about 35 miles north of me. And around the world to Pago Pago in America, Samoa. Reseda, Romania. And Melbourne, Australia. Yeah, you know what I'm going to do. I'm going to pour a glass of Jim Beam today to salute you all right after I do this for you.
Now's your chance to be one of the few and the loud. Join Rat Nation at ratsasspodcast.com. Membership does have its rewards, you know.
All right, that's a wrap for this episode of the Rat's Ass Podcast. Go to ratsasspodcast.com to visit our hub and listen to previous episodes. You can read the blog. It's loaded with hot topicality like Radio Wars and The Walk of Shame. Catch the new Axe Radio. Join the mischief at Rat Nation and connect with us on the socials. We'll do this again on Monday, August 27th. Take good care of each other, and thanks for stopping by the Rat's Ass Podcast in partnership with the Oz Podcast Group. And cheers to you.
The conversation continues between podcasts on X and ratsasspodcast.com. ratsasspodcast.com.